Many people are drawn to a company because of its values. We see words like integrity, transparency, inclusivity, accountability, people first, plastered across websites, across annual reports and recruitment ads. But how do we know if these values are truly lived or if they're just marketing spin? Some companies create values that genuinely reflect their cultures. But for others, values are more aspirational. The values are what the company wants to be because they're not what the company is right now. The distinction is absolutely critical. And there are, of course, some very high-profile examples of companies professing their values and then doing the exact opposite. They're high-profile because when that happens, people notice. Often, a company's leadership will use values to promote a certain behavior. And they're doing that because that behavior is currently lacking in the company. For example, if a company professes respect as one of its values, that could be because it has a very respectful culture. But it could also be because people are really disrespectful around here, and if we say that respect is one of our values and we say it loud enough, they might realize and become less disrespectful. Maybe it works, probably it doesn't. If you're thinking of doing business with a company, of buying from a company, or of selling your business to a company, and you like them because you like the sound of their values, you need to do some digging to find out if those values are true. How to spot the difference? It's easy for a company to say it has strong values, but how do you tell if they really live by them? Here are 3 ways to spot the difference. First, listen to employees. Do they talk about the values unprompted, or are the values just words on a website somewhere? Second, follow the money. What does the company reward? Collaboration, inclusivity, transparency, or is it all about financial results at any cost? Third, look at tough decisions. When faced with difficult situations, do they stick to their values or conveniently bend them for their own benefit? And that's probably one of the best indicators, because it's easy to live your values when things are going well. It's much harder when you're being tested. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that having aspirational values is necessarily problematic. Sometimes a leadership team looks around, spots what needs to be changed, and uses values as a mechanism for making those changes. And that's absolutely fine if they're actively taking steps to make those values a reality. But if the values are just PR fluff, that's much more dangerous. If you're thinking of joining a company, this really matters. You don't want to commit years of your career to a workplace that doesn't actually stand for what it claims. If you're thinking of appointing a company because of its values, perhaps as a supplier or a partner, then this matters too. If their values don't translate into how they treat suppliers and partners, then this could be really setting you up for disappointment. But if you're considering selling your company to this company, it arguably matters the most. These values will impact your employees, your suppliers, your customers, and they will infiltrate your entire legacy as a business owner. You need to do some digging to establish whether they're truly living their values or just saying they are. Before aligning yourself with a company, ask yourself, are these values true to the core of the company, or are they just what they say? And if they're aspirational, is the company taking active steps to make them a reality? I urge you to dig deep, because when values are real, they guide every decision that a company makes. But when they're just words, they're very misleading. Don't fall for them. Please like and subscribe.